Namaste. Hello everybody. Today I'm wanting to do more of a yin type restorative practice where the positions or the asana are held for a longer time, and it allows the body and the mind to really begin to slow down and ease out some of the tension and the difficulty perhaps that we might be experiencing just from being in lockdown at the moment. The poses are still linked with the breath, and you may find that you go through different stages of the releasing. So initially it seems like it starts to feel like a long time that you're staying in one position, and then you kind of find another level where you let go again, and part of it is just accepting that you're going to be there for a while. So please enjoy, and we'll begin with our invocation. So just let the eyes close and let the breathing happen just by itself, maybe beginning to expand the breathing a bit more, making it deeper, making it fuller. And perhaps you could try breathing from the belly up into the chest, to the shoulders and the shoulder blades, and back down in reverse, and drawing the navel in towards the end of that exhale. And so with deep respect, gratitude and love, now we come to the practice of yoga. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And let the eyes open. Interlace the fingers here and inhale, draw the elbows away from each other. Exhale, press down to the floor, let the spine bend as we usually do at the beginning of any class. And then inhale the palms, the hands up again, and exhale, press forward. Let the spine bend again. And then up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bring the arms back behind you and interlace. Inhale, press down. And this time, exhale, lean forward a little. So the crown of the head is coming towards this direction, and you're lifting the arms up at the back. Inhale up and exhale, release. Again, let the spine bend, palms together, and inhale back into the heart. And then bring the hands down onto the knees and lift the shoulders up to the ears and rotate them forward. So you're circling the shoulders up and forward. Breathing easily, fully, naturally. Take one shoulder forward, one shoulder back. And then come to center and exhale the other shoulder forward and the opposite one back. Inhale to the center again, lift the shoulders, and this time circle them backwards. Coming forward and back, up and around. Come to stillness and inhale the chin up towards the ceiling. And exhale the head down, eyes towards the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down, again like you're reaching the head in this direction, and down. So you're lengthening the back of the neck. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale the arms out to a T and exhale, cross the right arm over the left and just reach for the shoulder blades. Then just let them rest down on the chest initially. Take a nice long breath or two here through the nose and perhaps come to your Ujjayi breath, making a narrowing of the windpipe, slowing the breath right down. And when you're ready, lift the elbows and press them forward a little. Inhale out to a T. Exhale, fold the left over the right. Again, reach for the shoulder blades. Let the arms rest on the upper chest. Head can come down. Slow the breathing down. You can let the eyes close. And again, lift the elbows and press forward. And release. Inhale, a little bit back this time. Exhale up to the ceiling. Fingertips touch. Take an inhale here and an exhale. Bring the hands down on that exhale to the heart. Let the eyes close. And open. Now bring the right hand down onto the right knee. I'm going to come to the same side as you. And the other hand will come to the front of that knee. And the elbow comes towards the floor. So sometimes that's not possible for some people. So feel free to put a pillow. And I forgot to say, you might want to have a pillow or 2 pillows and a blanket nearby. And a belt of some kind. I've got my dressing gown belt here, so you can use your dressing gown belt or another belt. I should have told you all these props before we started, but there you go. And a good thick book, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. How appropriate is that? And anyway, so with this cushion or blanket or pillow, you can have the elbow resting on that and you can just lean forward according to your own body. So that hand may just cover perhaps the fingers of the right hand. And so we're going to stay here for a few breaths, opening up the lower spine, both sides of the hip, and release the right shoulder. Let that come down. Now let's take an inhale. And on the exhale, start to rotate the sternum, the middle of the chest, up towards that right shoulder, the inner right, sorry, not the shoulder, the inner right elbow. And you can begin to look upwards towards the ceiling, in that direction. And breathe here. Let's inhale here and exhale. Rotate the head back down and the shoulders come square and lift up. Rotate the shoulders again in any direction, maybe both, one forward and one back. And then come to the left side, so the left hand rests on the left knee and the right hand comes in front of that knee and that elbow either down onto your pillow or cushion or elbow down onto the floor. Lift the forearm so it's vertical up from the knee. Take a couple of breaths here. Opening up now more the left side and again the lower back. Inhale and exhale, rotate the sternum towards the inner elbow on the left side, and the eyes can follow up the wall towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, release back downwards again, and once more come up, both hands on both knees, lift the shoulders, rotate them again in both directions, just a few times each. Then rotate the whole upper body, so you're kind of rotating the spine in the bowl of the hips, and then go the other way. Come to stillness and just lean out to the right side. So you're kind of taking the right elbow down towards the floor and then begin to look up towards the ceiling. Doing this sort of practice at home, you get to see the cobwebs on the ceiling and any marks that might be on the walls. It's your opportunity to slow down and really see what's there. Lift on an inhale, exhale, come over to the other side. So the left elbow coming down towards the left side onto the floor, and rotating the head up towards the ceiling or the join of the ceiling and the wall. And lift on an inhale. Exhale, let the eyes close and just feeling the initial movements and any opening or releasing that's happened from those initial movements. And then bring the hands down onto the floor, a little bit kind of in line with the spine perhaps, fingers pointing outwards, and lift the chest. Inhale. You can bring the head back if you like. Exhale. Breathe here. Exhale. Release. Let the chin come down. Let the spine bend. And let's open up and flex again. So inhale. Exhale. Down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And come up to neutral. And then we'll open the legs out. So maybe because we've been sitting for a little while, bring both legs out at a time. Support yourself on the floor. Give the legs a bit of a bounce. And then fold just the left leg. Again, I'll come to the same side as you. And here again, you can use 1 or 2 cushions, pillows, a blanket, and even the book, like every prop you've got. Because we're going to be leaning forward and you want to be able to relax in that position. So we're coming forward on an exhale and just leaning on all of your props to begin with. The toes stay in line, vertical from the floor, reaching up to the ceiling. And maybe just, if you have room for it, just let the head turn to one side and lean on the rest on the props. Release all around the shoulders. Release underneath that lower leg, that straight leg. Release around the lower spine. And as that release begins to happen, you can start to take out the props that you've used. And if you haven't needed any, then feel free to just stay there. So this last pillow, I'm really pressing right into the abdomen, so it gives me a little bit of support, and I can just hold it in there with the elbows. And again, let the eyes close here, slow the breath down, come to your Ujjayi breath. And feel free to stay there, or when you're ready, press down into the floor to support the spine as you come up. Take that prop away. Once more, bring the bent knee up and lengthen both legs out. Support yourself with the hands, bounce the legs as we prepare for the other side. So you can bend now the right leg and let that knee come out to the side. Bring any props that you want to use up onto that left thigh. Lift up through the spine, inhale, and exhale, lean forward, lean out. Again, once again, towards this direction, forward direction. Keep the spine straight. Slow the breath down. And keep that foot vertical up off the floor. Not up off the floor, I didn't mean to say that. That would be quite difficult. So the heel is on the floor. and the toes are reaching up towards the ceiling. And now take an inhale and exhale, soften. Let the spine curve, let the chin come down. Adjust your hand position and let the eyes close. Come to your Ujjayi breath, slowing it down. And when you're ready, press down to the floor to come up again. And take that prop away. Lengthen out both legs and give them a bounce. Now we'll come to both legs out in front, and you may want to come up on a folded blanket and have again both pillows on the thighs. So we're going to be leaning forward and out over this prop. Take an inhale, straighten through the spine, and exhale, lean forward. Let the hands just land wherever they want. Keep the spine straight for now, and keep both feet upwards. You can kind of roll the calves in a little bit, which helps to support the feet to stay in and not roll away from each other. And when you're ready, take an inhale and exhale, soften the spine. Let it curve, let the head come down. And now let the legs roll, let the feet roll away from each other. And just come to a relaxed version of this pose. And again, before we change, consciously release underneath both legs, around the lower back, the lower spine. Release around the shoulders and the neck area. And when you're ready, press down to the floor or up along the legs to come up. Take the props out of the way and bring both hands behind you again. Maybe bend both knees, just kind of a medium level, and lift the chest. So you're making an arc through the lumbar. Lift the head and exhale the head back. Breathe here. Lift the head, inhale, exhale, relax. Just breathe naturally. Come off the folded blanket and roll that out to a length that might be something like this, or perhaps longer if you need it. You'll just have to try. Roll that up into a tube. And place that behind each ankle. No, don't do that. Place it up on top of each ankle and wrap it in behind each ankle so that it will give you some support. I think I'm going to need to lengthen this blanket out. I think I will do that. Just so that you see what I mean. So it's at its full length, and I roll that into a tube. That goes up on top of each foot or each ankle, and wraps around the ankles, and you can wrap it back around towards the front. The soles of the feet come together. And the knees go out. So I'm holding towards the front of the toes, and you can work the body in towards the ankles, or further away is less challenging. So you inhale up through the spine and exhale, reach forward out through the crown of the head, and just pause here for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale, let the spine bend, let the head come down. So for this pose, you just get as much support as you need on each side of the ankle. And again, you can bring pillows or cushions to each knee, or in under the thighs or the knees, so that gives you a bit of extra support, and you can stay there for quite some time, just allowing this inner hip area to slowly release and let go. And when you're ready, press down to the floor to come up. Take a breath here or two. Support the knees as you bring them up, close them, take the blanket or any other prop that you had there, take that out and place it towards the front of the mat or the practice space that you have, and maybe bring both pillows up on top of that, and we're going to come on to our front and just come into this supported Sphinx pose. Perhaps I'll come this way so that the microphone will pick up my voice a little bit more. And the hands can just be folded like this, or you can, if you want a more challenging pose, cross both arms right over each other, and the head comes down, the chin might rest on the pillows, and let the eyes close and slow the breath down. So this crossed arm position really opens up between the shoulder blades and really helps to ease the tension out here from that area. Just having the arms folded like this is perfectly fine. Let the chin come down onto the pillows, and it's really to do with allowing the lower spine to ease out and relax, and it's a nice counterpose to the forward folds that we've been doing. If you have had the arms folded like this across each other, remember to draw them out and then cross the other way, just to balance out the relaxation. Again, let the chin come down. You might want to have the big toes together, let the heels just roll away from each other, let the legs ease out and relax, let the whole spine ease out. And inhale, lift the head. Keep breathing, bring the arms out, press down into the floor to come up onto both knees perhaps. And just bring the pillows in a position where they'll be forward. Rotate the whole body in a circle just to ease the spine out, and then 3 times in the other direction. And then if you're comfortable, just sit on the thighs and bringing the pillows in between each knee, and we'll unfold this blanket and fold it up again so that it's more like that sort of shape. That goes on top of the pillows. The block or the book will come underneath the pillows. We're setting up for a supported child pose. So the head comes down onto the blanket and turn the head to one side. The arms can be generally in front, like around the front of the pillows, but you can also have them back if that suits you. I think it's more comfortable like this. And let the eyes close and breathe naturally. The variation for this pose, if the knees, or if it's difficult to sit like this on the thighs, is just to bring the legs out. And I don't know what's behind that foot there, and the bookshelf, and you can just rest like that. But generally, supported child would be to have the knees bent like this, sitting on the thighs. Let the chest and the head come down onto the props, and let go between the shoulder blades. It's a deeply restorative, recovering position. Imagine all the tensions just floating out or descending down into the ground. Come to your Ujjayi breathing. Let the mind just float wherever it wants to. Not getting caught up in anything or anywhere it wants to go. Now if your head is on one side, inhale it up. Exhale, turn to the other side and place back down again. When you're ready, press down into the floor to come up. And then we'll set up for a supported Shavasana. Because you've already set up the props like this, we'll just keep them there like that and turn around so our spine is up near the pillows. And we just ease down onto the props like that. So the spine has a little bit of an incline and the arms are down near the hips with the palms up or on the abdomen. The legs can be straight, or you can bring the knees up, bring the soles of the feet together and bring the knees out. Now you can use like just loose fists just in underneath the thighs as a bit of support, or just add another cushion under each thigh just to support the legs as they come out. And the other variation is to do almost the opposite. So the knees come in together and the feet go out a little bit wider. And you can just rest in any of those three positions and let the eyes close. And just slow the breathing down and then forget about it. Just let it do what it wants. Let the mind wander. Let gravity do its work. Let the whole body ease down in towards the floor, the ground, the earth. And feel free to stay there as long as you like, or when you're ready, bend one knee at a time, roll over to one side and come off the pillows. Just stay there for a couple of breaths. And press up off the floor. And come to a seated position again, and feeling free to use any props to sit up on. Just to do a little bit of pranayama, just to finish off. Maybe this time have the palms up on the knees, first finger touching the thumb, with the eyes closed. A gentle inhale, gentle exhale, and just stay here and rest now in this position, just allowing your consciousness, your awareness to really be in this bubble of stillness and relaxation. And bring the hands to the heart. And that concludes our yoga practice for today. With gratitude, respect and love. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Thank you.